Today I'm going to talk about my June reads, but this time, instead of just walking through them, I'm going to rank them from worst to best. I read 10 books this month, and there were some great ones and there were some not so great ones. So we're going to start at 10 and work our way up. I'm going to tell you a little about each one and whether you should read them or not. So, the worst book I read this month. Number 10, Island Affair. I pulled this from my TBR jar. Bought this years ago. Read the sequel. Didn't like it. And then I got forced to read this one and did not like it. I just don't think I like the writing style. She's also a Hispanic writer, and so there's a lot of Hispanic heritage and Spanish words in this. And it makes it kind of hard to understand because she doesn't explain what the Spanish words mean. And I don't love that. It's just not my thing. I don't think I'm going to read another book by this author. It's Priscilla Oliveras. I don't think she's overly popular, but don't plan on reading another one by her. I would suggest skipping this one, honestly, because there are much better romances out there. Yeah. The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. This book is huge. It's not as big now, but it was really big when it came out. Really popular thriller. Everyone talks about it. I didn't love it, but I think I didn't love it because I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't realize most of the book was a court case, and I didn't figure out what was going to happen, who the culprit was. So that was cool. But I got kind of bored and it felt repetitive, and I was hoping for more thrill versus just a cold, hard court case. I was a little disappointed. So I'm gonna read The Perfect Divorce, and I'm hoping it's better, but normally sequels aren't, so I don't really have high hopes for it. But if I read it, I'll check back and let you know what I think. Number 8. I also pulled this from my TBR jar. And I was dreading reading it, and Mackenzie and Kaylee basically forced me to read it. The beginning was good. I liked the beginning. The rest of it was an angsty teen love story that was just dumb. I hated it. Went back and watched the movies. And you can check my TikTok because I will be uploading my thoughts on each of those movies. I have a theory that people love this book and these movies because it is very nostalgic. Because I thought it was the dumbest thing I've ever watched and ever read. More on my TikTok for what my thoughts are on that, but number 8 out of 10. The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. This was your typical Frida book. I didn't figure out who did it, and I was a little bit surprised by the ending. I just felt like it was kind of boring, and it wasn't her best, and I was just like, all right, I'm ready to know who did it at this point. I was surprised with who ended up doing it, which was nice because I don't always get surprised anymore because I've read so many of her stuff, but it was fine. I 3-starred it. It was fine. For a first Frida book, if that's your first one, it'd be good. I've read so much of her stuff at this point that it all sounds the same, and this one was just fine. Not her best. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. This book was cute. I have read all of her books. This is her 4th one. It's the least favorite. It's my least favorite of hers so far. This follows Charlie and Alice. Charlie is the brother of Sam, Percy and Sam, from her first book, Every Summer After, and it follows Charlie's love story. I loved Every Summer After, and that is a great one for you to read if you have not read any Carly Fortune. Loved it. This one was fine. I was a little underwhelmed because I love her stuff so much, and while it was cute, it just wasn't my favorite. I just didn't see the connection between Charlie and Alice like I did with Percy and Sam. I've also read her other 2 books, and those were really good as well. This one was cute, and it is a great summer romance, but it's not going to knock your socks off, and it's probably not going to be one that's super memorable, but it was cute. It was fine. Rebel by Rebecca Yarros. So, Wilder is one of my top reads of the year so far. That is the first book in the Renegade series. This is the 3rd book in the Renegade series. This one was good. It was not the best. I read Nova last month, and Nova's the 2nd book. This is the 3rd. It's the final book in the series. I liked it better than Nova. I did not like it nearly as much as Wilder. Wilder, like, set the bar up here. This one was, like, here. Like, it was good. It was enjoyable, and I really liked the series as a whole. I think it's a super underrated series, and it should be more popular. It just wasn't the best of this series, but it was good. It follows Penna, who is one of the renegades in Wilder, and her forbidden relationship with her teacher. So it was cute, but it wasn't as good as Wilder. Number 4, The Match by Sarah Adams. I have entered my Sarah Adams era. I am obsessed. I think her books are so cute, just precious, Hallmarky, but not super Hallmarky that like they're just super predictable, but they're really cute. The match follows a girl who has epilepsy and runs a service dog business. A man comes in with his daughter who has epilepsy, and the rest is history. And it is just so, so sweet. The MMC is precious, loves her so well, and it was just really sweet. There's lots of dogs in the book. It's precious, so absolutely must read. It is short and sweet and cute and just a great palate cleanser that you'll really, really like. Our book club book this month, The Night and the Moth. This is number 3 out of 10. It's only number 3 because the other 2 were so good. I loved this book. Our podcast came out this week, so you need to check it out if you have read this book. This is so good, and this is so different than anything I've ever read before. Rachel Gillig is so good at unique magic systems, unique world building, gothic, spooky, but without being scary type stories. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. You need to read it if you have not read it yet. My next book is from an author that I actually don't like, and I loved this book. Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Did not think I would like this. I am not an Emily Henry fan. I've read all of her books. I will continue to read all of her books. This was amazing. This was so good. Oh, all of her other books are like 3 stars. This is like a 6-star read for me. I loved this. I loved everything about this book. I read it in like 24 hours. Obsessed. Read it right now. And last, probably the most anticipated read of May, got to it in June, Shield of Sparrows. We have an episode coming out about this in a couple weeks because we all absolutely loved it. I will say, it is my number 1 book. However, the first half is a little bit slow. The twist at the end makes this book everything. Everything. It was a 4 to 4.5 star book until the very end. Literally the very last page. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. You need to read this one. You will not be disappointed. If you get a little bored, keep pushing because the ending is worth it. It's worth it, and I cannot wait for her to come out with a second book. She has not even announced it. I don't even know if she started writing it yet, but it's worth it. I loved it. And check out this episode if you've read this book. We'll see if July is any better. I had a decent month in June, so we shall see.